Hi everyone, in this lesson we're going to be looking at FBI by the Shadows. This song was released back in February of 1961 in the UK, followed by a US release date of July of that same year. Now the song was written by the members of the band themselves, although the credit was given to their manager Peter Gormley for some complicated contractual reasons, but it was actually written by the Shadows themselves. So what we should do now is we should go in for a close-up and have a look how it's played. Okay, so this first section is played over an A chord, although we're going to be playing notes mainly from the A minor pentatonic. So we're going to be using notes that are all in the first position of the A minor pentatonic, so that's this scale. Okay, so we're going to start on the root note, on the A, which is going to be found here on the 7th fret of the D string, and we're going to play 7 on the D there, to 5 on the G. We're then going to slide 7 to 9 on the G. We then come back here to 7 on the D. Then have 7 on the G, 5 on the G, and 7 on the D. Okay, we do that again. Okay, we're then going to play 7 on the D again, 5 on the G, and 5 on the top E, 8 to 5 on the B, 7 on the G, 5 on the G, and then 7 on the G, slide that up to 9, restrike that and then slide it back down to 7, then we have 5, and then 7 on the D. Okay, so that goes. Okay, we're then going to go 7 on the D again, 5 on the G, 7 on the G, 5 on the D, on the B, then 7, 5, 7 on the G, 5 on the B, 7, 5, 7 on the G, then 5 on the B, 7, 5 on the G, and then 7 on the D. Then have 7 on the G again to 5 on the G, then 7 on the D twice. Okay, we're then going to 7 on the A, 5, 7, 7 on the D. Okay, and that's actually played with a palm mute. Okay, we then repeat a lot of that, so what I'll do is I shall play through it again and then stop when we get to the part that needs to change. So. Okay, then here we're doing the same thing to begin with. We're going 7 on the D, 5 on the G, and then this time instead of just playing the top E string, it actually strikes both the B and the top E at the 5th fret. Before going back to the way we did it before, so then 8 and 5 on the B, 7 on the G there, 5, then the slide up. Okay, so that section is. Okay, we then carry on as before. We do that one more time, and then we play 7 on the G, 5 on the B, 7, 5 on the G, 7, 7 on the D. Okay, and then we go to a palm muted section again, and this is going to be 7 on the A, 5 on the D, 7, 7 on the D, just as it was before. Okay, so I'll play you through the whole of that first section then. Okay, so this next section uses arpeggios pretty much throughout. So the way these are going to work then is whatever the chord we're playing over, we're going to play the appropriate arpeggio. So for example, we start on an E chord, and the arpeggio shape that we're going to be using is using our second finger to play the E note, which is the 7th fret of the A string in this case, going to the 6th fret of the D string for the second note, and then up to the 9th fret of the D for the third note. So that gives us our E arpeggio. And then whenever he changes chord, he does the same shape. The notes will be different. He'll do them in a different order, but the shape remains the same. So there it is done over a C chord. Drop that down onto the F note there on the 3rd fret of the D string. The shape remains exactly the same. There's another one here on the B. So as long as you can do that shape, you can do this section. So we start off by sliding onto the 7 on the A string, play that 2 times, then down to the 6 on the D and play that 3 times, then 9, back to the 6, so then here to the 3rd fret with our second finger on the A string for the C chord, and we play that 3 times, down to 2 on the D, play that just the once there, then 5 2 times, then back to the 2, then to the 3 again. So that gives you then we drop down to the F now, so this is the 3rd fret of the D string. Play that 2 times, then 2 on the G 2 times, then 5 2 on the G, 3 3 on the D, then we go back to the E, so it's the 7th fret of the A string. Play that 2 times, and it's 6 on the D, 9, then back to 6. So okay, then to the C arpeggio again. So this is 3rd fret of the A string. Play that 2 times, then 2 5 on the D string. So we're then going to hold that 2 and hammer onto 3 to take us onto our F arpeggio, and then play that again, down to 2 on the G, 3 on the D, 5 on the G 2 times, and then 2. So I'll come in from the pickup note there. Then go to a B, and we're playing the 2nd fret of the A string. Play that 2 times. We then have the 1st fret of the A string 2 times. Then we go to 4 on the D string 2 times. Then back to the 1 there, the 1st fret. So okay, then what we're going to do is we're going to play the A and the D strings together, and we're going to slide into 7 on the D and 6 on the 7 on the A and 6 on the G together. Then you're going to play 5, 6, 7 on the A string. Okay, we then go back to a B arpeggio, so this is the 2nd fret of the A string, play that 3 times, and the 1st fret of the D string, just the once, up to the 4th fret of the D 2 times, back to the 1st fret of the D string, then do that slide again onto the 7th fret of the A and 6th fret of the D, and then you're going to go 5, 3, 2, open on the A string. Okay, now that section is actually played throughout using a palm mute, the whole thing, so I will play that for you now. Okay, so this next section is again played over an A minor pentatonic chord. So this time it's going to be in the open position. So you have the open A string, 3 on the A, open 2 on the D, open 2 on the G string there, and that's pretty much all the notes we need. So we're going to go open 3 on the A string, then we're going to hammer open to 2 on the D string. We then have the open A, open D, 3 on the A, open A. Okay, we then repeat all that. Okay, we then go open 3 on the A, 2 on the G, open G, 2 to open on the D string, then 3 on the A, open D string, so okay, we then go 2 on the D 2 times, open D, 3 on the A, open A, then open again, 3 on the A. Then we go open 2 open on the D, 3 on the A. Repeat that again, and again, and one more time, and then just play the open A string. We then go for the open E string, we then play 3 and bend it down sort of the half tone, and then play the open A string. Okay, so the whole of that section. Okay, we're now come to the part which is probably best described as a lead break, even though the song is an instrumental all the way through. This bit has the feel of a lead break on it. So this is going to be played using the A minor pentatonic again, but this time in the 4th position of the A minor pentatonic. So that is. So it's going to be all the notes from that scale. So we start off with 12 on the top E string, which is a pickup note. So we're going to play 12 on the top E, then we're going to grab 15 on the B string and bend it up a whole tone. And then go back to 12 on the top E, then 14 on the G, 12 on the top E, then 15, 13 on the B. Then bend 15 up again on the B there to 12 on the top E, 14 on the G, then 13, 15, 13 on the B. Okay, we then repeat that. Okay, we then go and hold the 12 on the top E again, and then we're going to bend 15 on the B up a whole tone again, but what we're going to do is we're going to strike both strings and then bend the string up before restriking 12 on the top E. So we then bend 15 up again, back to 12 on the top E, 15 on the B up a whole tone again, back to 12 on the B. So all of that bar is. We then have a pickup note here again on 15 on the B. Play that, then again, and strike it up, bend it up even, to 12 on the top E again, bend the 15 again, and 12 on the top E, so. And we then go 13 on the B, to 14 on the G, 12 on the G, 14 on the D. Okay, that whole bar then. And then 12, 14 on the G, 13 on the B, then 14, 12, 14 on the G. Okay, and we're then going to do a rake across 12 on the top E, 13 on the B, and 14 on the G. Okay, so that whole bar. Okay, we've now got a series of bending 15 on the B string, upper whole tone, followed by 12 on the top E. So there's 4 of them, that's 1 bar. We do 2 more. Okay, well then we're going to step it up into full triplets, and we're going to keep this, keep the same pattern, bending the 15 on the B, and then striking 12 on the top E, but this time as triplets. So, okay, so that'll be, I think it's 5 bends in total there. So 1. We then go 15 on the B again to 13 on the B, 14 on the G string there, and then we put that same chord shape down that we had before, and we're going to play the 14 there, then on the G, followed by a strike up on the top 2 strings. Do that 2 more times. Okay, so all of that's done as a series of triplets. So I'll play you that bar on its own again, so that'll be all triplets. Okay, now I'll play that whole section again. So from the, after we've done that chord the first time, it goes like this. Okay, and again. Okay, that's definitely the hardest part in the whole song. So the whole of that lead part then goes like this. Okay, so we now have another series of arpeggios. So we're starting here on an E chord again. So this is 7th fret of the A string. Play that 2 times. Then 6 2 times on the D. Then 9, 6, all on the D. So it's then going to play it over a C chord. So 3rd fret of the A string. Play that 3 times. And 2 on the D 2 times, 5 on the D 2 times, 2 on the D, 3 on the A. Then we're going to go to an F chord. This time we're going to play it over here on the 8th fret of the A string. Play that 2 times. Then 7 on the D string, 2 times. 10 on the D 2 times, 7 on the D 2 times, okay, then we're going to do this as we did, similar to what we did before. We've got 6 on the D string and 7 on the A string. We're going to strike those 2 together, then just the A string on its own, then slide that back 2 frets, so you've now got 5 on the A and 4 on the D. Play those together, take it up 1 fret, do this, play them together again, then 1 fret higher, back to where you were, play those together. So that's. Okay, we then go back to a C arpeggio, so we're here on the 3rd fret of the A string, play that just the once, then 2 on the D, then up to 5 on the D 3 times, and back to 2 on the D. Okay, then what we're going to do here is we're going to just be playing 3 on the D string, but we're going to slide into it in a series of triplets. So we're going to slide, play it 2 more times, come back, slide 2 times, slide 2 times, slide 2 more times. Okay, so that's... Okay, we then have a B arpeggio, so we're here on the 2nd fret of the A. Play that once, down to the 1st fret of the D, then 4 on the D, back to the 1, and then 2 on the A. Okay, then back up here to 6 on the D and 7 on the A. Play those together, and just play the A string. Slide back 2 frets to 4 on the D and 5 on the A. Up 1 fret, up again, and then play the A string 2 more times. So we're back to our B arpeggio, so it's 2 on the A string 2 times, then 1 on the D string 3 times, then 4 on the B string, so a little different this time, 2 times, then 4 on the G string the once. Okay, then back to 6 on the D, 7 on the A, play together, then back 2 frets to the 4 and 5, up 1, up again, play the A string twice. Okay, so again that whole section is played with a palm mute, so I'll just go over that from the beginning then. Okay, so we then go back to playing the A minor pentatonic in the open position, and it's very similar to before to begin with. So what I'll do is I'll just play through the bits that are the same and then stop when we get to something that's different. Okay, so here we're going to be playing the same notes as before pretty much, but the timing changes slightly. So what I'll do is I'll come into it again so you can hear the difference. So okay, so the notes are all the same as before. There's not as many of them, but the timing is what changes over that last couple of bars. We then have that pull down again there, followed by the open A string, and then we're going to keep that going. So we do the pull down on the 3rd fret of the E, then we play the open D. Then what we're going to do is slide from 1 to 2 on the D string. Okay, we're then going to play the open E again, play that 3, bend it down, then the open A, do that slide again. This time just go straight for the 3rd fret of the E, bend it down, play the open A, slide, and then just keep that going now. Okay, it just does that till the song fades out. Okay, so I'll just play through all of that section again. Okay, thanks for watching everyone. I hope you found the lesson useful. If you did, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.